everyone, welcome back to House of Nyakaheti. House of Nyakaheti is a storytelling platform built on the belief that we are the stories that we live, the lessons that we learn, and the voices that we share. House of Nyakaheti was inspired by my late Shusho because every time you visited her, you felt loved, you felt seen, you felt inspired, you felt appreciated, you felt all the good things. And that's what I'm trying to recreate in the digital space and in the digital world. So House of Nyakaheti has different rooms. We have the Real Talk room, the Gen Z's room, the marketing room, and the wellness room. So all the rooms come together to build House of Nyakaheti. And today in the Real Talk room, we are going to be talking about adulting. If you are new here, my name is Michelle Brenda. And I am joined by beautiful people who are also going to introduce themselves.
So hi everyone, my name is Francis Macharia. Yeah.
That's it.
FMM.
Oh, aka FMM.
Yes.
Hi everyone, my name is Whitney Oso. The Whitney Oso.
Hi everyone, my name is Gadoni and I'm glad to be here.
All right, so for today we are going to be talking about adulting and we will go straight into it. Is adulting what you expected it to be growing up? FMM.
I'd say, well, growing up, we always wanted to become adults.
True.
Lakini manze, it's a scam.
For real.
It's a big scam because ukiwa mless, I think kulikuwa na ile perception na mentality. But I think mostly ilikuwa ni, for most of us, ulikuwa hata ukuwe adult ndio ukae peke yako, na ndio uweze kupata dem, na ndio uweze kukaa na dem. Lakini sasa unakuja unapata, adulting is not what you really thought it would be. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of living ASAP. Like
Yeah.
life comes at you, and it's quite something and interesting.
Yeah, I agree. Whitney?
Well, for me, I thought adulting meant freedom. It would be fun, more money, a lot of success. And I thought, when you saw people struggling and when I saw people struggling, I thought, I'll strive and do better. You can I don't know. I thought money grew on trees and it was
for
easy.
sure.
And I also think our parents made it look like it was so easy to
Yeah.
get money, and we never had those money conversations. So maybe after umemaliza shule, that's when you're like, oh, okay, it's actually not that easy. Yeah, so I guess as a kid I lived in fairy tale land.
Okay.
And then now reality checks in and you're like, wow, okay.
Yeah, we all did.
True.
Gadoni?
Definitely not, because okay, grow up, you're like, what is going on?
Yeah. It's a scam.
It's a scam. Oh my god. Because like, for example, I remember when tuliingia third floor. I was so excited actually after, like, because I was turning 30. Then I remember I called Gadhani Christine. Kambia, guy, me watu wananipea pressure.
Oh, yeah?
Like, yeah. Like, I will talk to some of my friends and then they're like, so, una plan kufanya? What are you planning to do? Tell us now, what's the next plan? For me, I kind of allowed them to get into my head because it's like how you say society makes you
Yeah.
feel like, oh my God, you need to have achieved certain things at this point. So I called and then I was crying.
Oh.
I was crying and then she told me, sasa unalia kwa nini? Those guys, when they're telling you that, then they're already where they are and you can't be the same. Like, life is, everyone's journey is different.
True.
And then you can just be like, hey guys, I just arrived.
Yeah.
Really? Like, what's
Yeah.
up?
And the thing is, even when you're saying that for them they are doing well, we really don't usually know people's lives. Like, we don't know what
Really?
people are going through in their houses. Like, because I think right now, because of social media, we're like, she just bought a car. She just did this. And then the thing is, you really don't know what that person went through. And like, we really don't know. Yeah, we really don't know people's stories.
Yeah.
And also, I think people show you the version of themselves that they expect you to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not the true picture.
Yeah.
So most of the time, people will actually show you
Yeah.
how they expect you to take them,
Yeah.
what they expect you to see of them.
Yeah. I think for me, I'll say, I think you guys have said everything, but I think the money aspect, like growing up, our parents, they will tell you, for example, maybe you will know when your parent is getting paid, and then maybe you want like a new shoe or something new, and then they tell you, hawana pesa. Like you are like, but nimekuona na pesa juzi, like ama jana. And then right now, when you are here and you also like get paid, you're like, you have bills, I think it's not what you were thinking it would be when we were younger.
And you even wonder how they managed to like take you to those schools they took you and managed to pay that fee and
Also
managed to
for
buy
your
food.
siblings as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
No, but also maybe fair. Back in the day, you wouldn't compare the currency then and right now, because must go, you guys. Must go.
Alafu venye tulikuwa tunaambiwa, when you grow up you will see.
Yeah,
I'm
so
seeing.
yeah, right now clearly tunaona.
Yeah.
True.
So what's something you said you will never do but found yourself doing anyway because of adulting? FMM.
Something.
I think for me I can go first because I know.
Yes.
Like, for I think when you were younger, personally for me, I used to be, and I think also it's because of the movies we used to watch. It'll be like we used to watch like Disney movies, so you used to
Fairy
know
tale.
how exactly like how love stories are supposed to be. Like your first kiss, you have to like raise one leg, and like a fairy tale for sure. So something I always knew when I was younger I'll never do is like get into a relationship without the person asking me to be their girlfriend. Like all of
And other stories.
and other short stories. And then I found myself getting into these days in situationships. You're like, I can't believe it. Like my 16-year-old self wouldn't believe that. So yeah.
I think, okay, there's relationships and even different aspects of life, even career-wise, and the experiences that actually shape you along the way. There are many things. Sema kama unasema. And then I've noticed a funny thing about life. You see, the moment you say, I can never be me, I'm can
It
never
will
ever.
be
It's
you.
ever
It
you.
will be you.
Exactly.
You'll never never before.
Life inakuanga zile za
true.
life inakuwa zile za ngoja
Wacha
utaona can never be you wacha tutaona. So I think that whole aspect, it's different things. I'm trying to pinpoint one particular aspect of things that have happened in life where I'd said can never be me, and then later on
it became you.
you're in the epicenter of your that which you thought that would never be. But I think one of the lessons that I've gotten along the way is just to manage my expectations. Just lower. Like two things I live by is you lower your expectations in a level that you're not that important. When you tell yourself that, you'll be able to manage what society tosses at you.
Yeah.
Because the moment you live with these high expectations, unajua, and then the kuna ile mentality at the way when a girl is young, your dad keeps telling you you're a princess, so you believe you're a princess, and then you come out here, hey, you discover the guys you're meeting are not kings.
Like
They are toads. They are toads.
But
Then you realize-
nakwanga na shida na your point yako, and the way
Your
you
point.
always you always say it over and over again. What
kusema,
he's trying
you're not
to
that
say.
important. You know the reason I say that? Okay, let me tell you where I actually got that whole
From the king who was being
yes,
told
Marcus
by-
Aurelius. You know the reason why it's important? Right now you're scaling and you're growing in your career.
Yes.
It's going to reach a point, say 5 or 10 years from now, you'll have reached the pinnacle of your career. You've risen, you've gotten what you wanted.
Yeah.
Everything you desired, exactly, everything you desired. Then, how are you going to be able to manage it? You see, now if you have that ego, and you have that, I'm very important and all that, it's going to be the same thing that's going to drag you down. Utakuwa ni kama nguruwe kujichoma na mafuta yake. So when you actually say you're not that important, it's keeping you humble and keeping you grounded. So that you don't go there and you start burning yourself in the process of kuona, unajua mimi ni nani. You see,
Yeah.
like the way we normally say, when you're poor, ama when you're broke, don't let it get to your heart. And then when you're rich, don't let it get to your head.
Okay, when you say it
Understand?
that way, sawa.
Because when you're broke, unapatanga watu wako zile za akimi Mungu anipendi. Ona
Yeah.
sasa vitu zinani
And being the victim.
exactly.
Okay.
And then when you have money uko zile za unajua mimi ni nani?
Okay, fine.
Do you know who I
fine.
am?
So it's just being
It's
humble.
to help you ground yourself.
It's just
understand?
being
It's not
humble.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's a statement.
So unasema kuwa humble, you're not that important. I think the issue is the statement.
You're not
Yeah, because
in a bother.
Okay,
we are important.
Very
and you
lakini-
need to affirm yourself and remind
Yes.
yourself every day that you're important.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just something to ground you because itafika mahali you will get what you keep pursuing because life always gives you that any opportunity. If it's that career you're trying to grow, if it's like this podcast, 6 months, 1 year from now, it's not going to be the same. Unaelewa? But if you don't have that affirmation to keep telling you, manze, stay grounded.
Be humble.
Be humble.
Watch out to the new statement ni be humble. Not that you're not that important. Yeah.
Okay, but he used to say, it's not even that you're not that important. He used to say you're not God. You
Okay,
understand?
yeah.
Stop, because now you think because you've reached that point, you're trying to embody God. You can order everyone around. You can
You can do whatever you want.
do whatever you want with no consequences.
Yeah.
So it was just that tagline to keep that guy grounded.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Whitney also.
He's mentioned some of the points I had, but I think
Because mumeva viatu za white, muna match, so, energy ni nini.
so. For me, in primary school and high school, I'd say I used to do well in school, so I should have known I wasn't that important because I thought that would translate to adulting, and because I used to be like top 3 in class all through my
Primary school.
my schooling life. So I thought, that automatically meant I'd be top of the career. I mean, climb up the ladder faster, etc. And then that would mean stability and all. But hey, huku nje,
Vitu ni different.
yeah, sasa hii ni, it's like whatever you if you're book smart, you're not street smart. So ukikuja huku nje, life inakuonyesha kidogo
Yeah.
ngangana, chill, acha si tukushow. So I had to learn and unlearn a lot of things, and yeah, I never thought nitakuwa, at some point I'd be a stay-at-home mom. And not there are stay-at-home moms who get paid for it, and
Yeah.
they do it like because they want to. I didn't want to do it. I was like, okay, at some point I'll go back and start hustling. But I was it's not what I thought I would do. I was like, me career yangu ita peak by the time I'm 30.
Mrs. Equal stay at home mom.
Mi nijikute. In fact, even having a kid by 25, I had my first kid at 26, 25 up.
I can't believe you have 2 children.
Right?
So
Yeah.
I was like, I'll have kids at 30. I'll wait. sijui nini. It happened.
Yeah.
So adulting, you just
Yeah.
take it and you move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Adoni?
For me, something that we thought you'll
Yeah.
never do. I think when I was young, I used to see, like when people will live their lives, like they do whatever they want. When they were adults, I was like, even me when I grow up, I'll be going out anytime that I want, do whatever I want. So I can easily like cancel plans and just be indoors.
Yeah.
I'm just like, nah, I'm not going anywhere, please. Yeah. So
Okay.
You just want to sleep.
I just want to sleep.
No, but I think because we've done it in our 20s, right now you're going through it because you have a hangi. But I think but I think because we've also done it in our 20s, we wouldn't say we haven't lived on.
Yeah,
you know? Yeah. Okay. So what has surprised you the most about adulting?
For me, I'll say that life haina manual.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Where
Yeah.
life can humble you quick.
Mimi, it's realizing that if you depend on others for your success, you will be grossly disappointed.
Yeah.
So you should have 90% expectations over yourself and 10% over others.
Yeah.
Because even if you look at how leaders are born, say like are made, say like in the animal kingdom, the wolf that actually it steers off the path that the others are following, and then it finds a new path, is normally often followed, even in business.
Yeah.
But if you keep depending on others, people will constantly disappoint. And it's not that they're disappointing because they want. It's because everyone has their own
They'll always
shit.
choose themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone has shit that they're dealing with. So you'll be seated there, you'll be like, oh my God, mbona huyu msee anidisappoint hivyo? But they're not disappointing you. They're also having their own struggles that they are going through. So if you actually depend on yourself and believe in yourself more, I think that's one of the things that adulting taught me. Because initially I used to have that mindset that, because I remember after clearing high school and then campus, and then I organized like a small kabash. Then I called my cousins from my dad's side.
Hey, I thought it was us. I
No,
was
no,
about
but
to be
like,
like, when was this?
mlikuwa watoi sana hiyo time. It was some of my cousins from my dad's side, and ni the high flying wale high rolling, alafu kwa zile za sasa huyu kijana yetu juu amegraduate, tutamshikilia tutamshikilia na tutampatia kazi Murioki Monday nitumie CV
Send me your
yako.
CV. Yeah.
Stories are
Sasa nimetuma hiyo CV nikijuanga Mungu bariki
bariki
wengine
wengine.
sasa. Bariki wengine sasa. Kwa zile za sasa hapa hivi. Hata ushaanza ku make plans for utanini.
Yeah.
Then reality hits you. Na ile shock inakugonga kwa zile za nimetuma CV, unapiganga masimu azishikangwi. So I think along the way I came to develop, and then also the fact that you need to develop thick skin.
True.
Very, very thick skin that actually cushions you against
Yeah.
a lot of things that happen in life. Because kuna hiyo story hiyo joke ilikuwa nasema ati about jamaa fulani alienda anko yake akakuja akamwambia umemaliza nitumie CV yako nitakutafutia nini alafu utapata kazi, and then they met with the uncle 2 weeks later. And then the uncle is like ile CV yako linitumia hata niliforward. Jamaa hatajaituma CV. Niliforwardia
But bado
madirector.
kuna ingine bado ati the same story ati CV alitupa kwa dustbin ama akatupa somewhere ikaenda ikafunga nyama and then the person
Umepatana nayo kwa
akapatana nayo. Yani it's crazy.
Bad, yeah.
So I think to piggyback on what you've said, I think for me what has surprised me the most is you really will never know someone fully.
True.
And even when Mukapo, you're like, oh my God, my ride or die, like you wouldn't know what someone is thinking about you. And I know I always used to say when growing up, when we were asked what superpower you would want, I always said I wanted to read people's minds. But I think growing up, I was like, no thanks. Because you wouldn't really want to know someone you're saying at, oh my God, by the hawezi taka kujua na kufikiriaje. The sad thing is that,
Very true.
Whitney?
Life does not pause when you when you're going through your own things, and there's so much pain, there's so much excitement, joy, etc. that happens. So in my case, when we're talking about grief, I forgot to mention about my cousin brother who disappeared. He disappeared in 2021, and this is someone I grew up with as a sibling all through my life. We had a gap of like 2-3 years. Then in 2021, I think he was 24 or something. Aka disappear. Ile tu, like he left his phone and it's like he was just going to the shop or something. Akacha tu simu kwa nyumba and he left and he's never come back. Hadi sai. So during that time, there was a lot going on because I had just had a baby. I could not like help in the search. And the world didn't pause. The baby didn't stop crying. And, people kept calling when I'm mlimpata. I'm like, no, umetafuta hapa na hapa. I'm like, yeah, we've tried. So, and it's not just that. There's so many things that can happen. Heartbreak, many things happen.
Disease.
And your life
life
still has to
inaendelea tu,
continue,
and then
yeah.
also responsibility. Unapata kama mimi sahii napigianga simu nauza tunakula nini sapa, I'm just like, don't ask me that question because
Yeah.
why, because my
You're
mom
just
used
a
to
girl.
yeah, like I don't even know what I want now, unaniuliza about sapa.
Yeah.
So adulting is just a scam,
Yeah.
really.
What's the name of your cousin?
Yeah, so he was called Michael John Nyayeka. And if he's watching, because I have a feeling he's alive somewhere and he might be watching, Mike, wherever you are, we miss you and we want you to come back home. So if you're watching this, please maybe reach out or something. Or if you can't, just know we love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. All right. What did you think life would look like versus what it actually is? I think, like I said, watching Disney movies and thinking, you have to get married at, I don't know, 25 and have children. But I think also, it's also beautiful, the fact that right now we have so much knowledge and people talk about it, and at least we are not able to do what society expects us to do, like you're saying, when we turned 30. And at least right now I know, if I don't want to have children, it's fine. If I don't want to get married, it's fine, But back in the day, you were like, okay, sawa, umalize shule, sijui you get married, sijui you get children. So I think for me, I would say that's a beautiful thing. Yeah.
The question again?
What did you think life would look like versus what it actually is?
So, I tend to say, growing up, I had this perception about how life would turn out. But one of the things that I've come to realize and appreciate is what makes life interesting is the fact that tomorrow is not guaranteed. The fact that, you see, sometimes I normally say, if, for instance, you knew you'd live up to 120 years, unajua manze life ingekuwa boring sana juu unajua kuna kale ka stop kamewekwa pale hivyo, whatever you do right now, there's that stop that's going to happen. So I think growing up, I had this perception about, how you'll go out there, make all this money, put taglines, by this age I need to have achieved this, by this age I need to have achieved this. It's pretty interesting and it's pretty nice to actually have those taglines, and because they keep you, it's like a vision. But now along the way you realize, hizo vitu za unajiekea ama za una set, life nayo iko na zake.
That's true.
Nakuja nakwambia, umeset hizo haya, saa twende. So along the way, I think I learned to appreciate, and especially post this particular time when I got sick, I learned to appreciate every moment. So I'll be going through it, nakapitia kabisa, but you'll find me just appreciating small things that happen and moments, because you realize, hata ukishinda okay, let's say you go out there and you try and amass all this wealth and make all this money, and then in the end of it all, hata ukisikiza mtu kama Steve Jobs and most of these billionaires wakiwa hapo hivyo kwa deathbed, they normally say, the moment you now go and veer into that path of making money and you become a billionaire, you become so lonely because not many people understand you and not many people understand your path.
So it's lonely at the top.
It's lonely at the top.
Yeah.
You understand? But now, at that moment that now, at his deathbed, what he tries to say is that he wished he'd lived life better, he'd loved more, he'd spent time with the loved ones, cherished people more. But him, when now you've achieved all that money that you had wanted,
What's next?
What's next?
Yeah.
You understand? So I tend to say that what matters more is actually how you appreciate the moments that happen in life, because life keeps giving you different experiences and different moments. So how do you ride that wave? It's like thinking on your feet. Challenge imetokea, tutahandle aje hii challenge, ama tutangoja mpaka next week mtu suggest kitu ndio tuanze kunini, serikali saidie. You understand? So it's that nini of always appreciating moments that keep coming.
Okay. Whitney?
For me, I've learned to appreciate, to take things pole. Good things take time. Because, as a kid, I thought itakuwa tu utapata vitu zako instantly because of course you deserve it. But with time, I've learned the longer it takes to get something, the more you appreciate it. Because ningetoka tu shule and immediately I have my first job, kidogo I have a car, kidogo I have this, have that. I guess it would get into my head. So I think just that struggle that I had to go through ndo nifike where I am, and I know I'm not where I ought or I want to be. I'm appreciating every step of it, and I find it very beautiful.
Yeah.
The small steps I've made, and I'm like, wow, nimetoka point A, nimefika point B. Aki, God, thank you. And I'm also learning gratitude and mostly gratitude and just those small steps. Life ni haikwangi
A day at a
haraka.
time.
Don't a day at a time. Yeah, you don't have to make it in one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, I thought that when you're an adult, you have everything figured out.
Yeah.
But now when I'm one, Nico, wait, what is going on here? So you just take life as it is. Venye inakam, una move nayo to like venye iko.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how it is, man.
Yeah. It is what it is, man.
It's what it is.
And then I think
Yeah.
also understanding and appreciating that no one owes you anything.
Yeah.
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 No
Yeah.
one owes you shit.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
When you're younger, you're like, unajua,
Mamangu.
because of this, hey, mamangu, no one.
Bradangu.
There's no one who owes you anything.
Yeah. All right. How do you handle the pressure of life continuing even when you are not okay? I think Whitney can take this one first. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how do I handle that?
Yeah.
I take time off sometimes. Of course, I work at a company where, kama mna watch shauri yenyu, I work at a company that sometimes mnaambiwa mwezi enda leave. And me kwangu wenyewe I need leave because
Yeah.
sometimes it's too much.
You're a mom.
You have all these things happening. That's why
Yeah.
they create leave. But someone is there telling you can't go on leave. Hey, Mimi, I take my leave. And even when I'm on leave, bado tu napata, oh, mommy, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Kutoka hii moja kama umeingia ingine.
Kutoka job moja unaenda ingine.
pressure. But again, muchora, and I don't know if I still do, but I find things, I do things that ground me and they make me feel like the world has stopped. And so there's that, art,
Picasso.
music.
Sawa Picasso.
And honestly, I can't remember the last time I drew. But yeah, just scribbling things, having conversation. I can just call someone and talk for an hour. And I'm like, I like venting.
Yeah,
you know,
you
I
do.
love venting. I can just be like, oh, Michelle, you know. If I don't talk about it, nitaka tu kwa room nikijembe. So yeah, when I'm under pressure, I'd like to just talk to someone about it, and maybe this person can have may advise me or can have another perspective yenye itanisaidia.
Yeah.
What else do I do? How do I handle pressure? I mean, most of the time I just wing it. Unapata tu
We
this and
all
this.
are.
Yeah. Inakuja, you don't know what to do. You just do what you can do at that point and
That's true.
move on, because
Yeah.
life haita stop.
That's true.
Yeah.
Adhani?
Okay. You umenibust, nilikuwa dhani next year. I thought
Good one.
Umechange order.
Piga hivyo nini? Piga remix.
so. The question was, what you do when you're not okay?
Yeah, how do you handle the
deal
pressure
with
of life continuing even when you're not okay? Because life has to move on either way.
It has. For me, sometimes I'm like, let me sit with my emotions. I'm like, okay, I'll sit with it. No. And then how I deal with it sometimes is I sleep. Me ulala. And then there are times nowadays I realize I like coloring. It helps a lot actually. So na color, this adult coloring books, you just color, and then I feel okay. If I feel like I'm still not 100, I'll call you or whoever I'll talk to, and then nitakuwa sawa, because life has to go on. And then just sit in my wallow in my pain, Nico. I'm just crying the whole time.
Hey, but before tupigie simu, do we want to go there?
you really tried to get it out of me.
Yeah.
Are you okay? So I rarely call people like to talk, but I try.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I try.
FMM.
Yeah.
nitakuletea Alma mkale na yeye
It's okay.
That's true, yeah.
mfunze at least ni yeye atakuwa anakufunza
Alafu
maneno
nione akikala outside niko
Oh my
get
God.
out of here.
So I think one of the things I normally try to look at is there's a challenge when it comes to when you're going through shit, and the challenge is this. Ebu, think about last year, 1st of May, 2025. Tell me the things that you're going through then.
Yeah, it's true.
I know.
Yeah.
I know the things I was going through.
On
then.
1st of
Same.
May.
So me, every May huwa nafanya interviews na huwa nazipata. So
Oh,
Oh.
Where?
yeah,
That's when you interviewed for this one?
I don't know, but yes, ilikuwa May na nikaanza job June. Nilifanya interview May, nilianza June.
Oh, interesting. May is your lucky
Naanza job
month.
ingine June. I am pretty sure. Ngojeni muone.
Amen.
Waza, yeah.
Oh, yes. That's the spirit.
But ideally, well, unaona, okay, you remember what you were in May, sindio? But can you remember the exact challenges that you were going through? So that's how I actually try to approach in your life, even when you're going through challenges. 3-6 months from now, whatever it is that you're going through right now, will sometime, unajua unaambiwangwa, you might be seeing as though your life is falling apart, but somewhere along the way,
Yeah.
you're a mentor to someone. Someone is actually using your experiences as a guidebook
Yeah.
za kuweza kunavigate maisha yake. So mi hujiambia, whatever it is that you're going through right now, ikifika usiku utalala tu. Naelewa, na kesho asubuhi. So like what I normally try to adopt is, even when you're going through whatever it is that you're going through, ukilala kesho utaamka, it's a new way ama it's a new chance of trying again. You
Yeah.
understand? So usiende ukijiua ama ukijaribu kubeba hiyo nini yote. Yes, it's human nature.
Yeah.
Ukiwa unakapitia that unakuwa depressed, unakuwa na hizo nini zote, unakuwa na fikra nyingi, but sometimes ask yourself, 6 months ago what I was going through, is it the same thing I'm going through right now? And how I was able to navigate. Life will happen. Life will go on.
Yeah.
But somehow, out of how life happens, you sort of, I normally look at challenges as stepping stones, because it gives you a different perspective of knowing how to approach stuff.
Yeah.
So you'll go through this challenge right now, you'll figure it out along the way, and whatever you'll have used to figure it out is actually going to be like your guidebook. So next time your challenge ikikuja kwa zile za
Yeah.
bring it on, motherfucker. And you deal with it, you understand?
Yeah.
So that aspect of always trying to downplay ama downsize, to some extent, hata Esther yushinda akisema, it appears like you don't care. And most of the time we'll be in conflict because she'll be like, we na wewe ukujalingi, you just live life casually. Lakini namwambia okay, sawa, nimejali, nimekaa hapo hivyo niko zileza tujidepress basi, alafu after tumejidepress,
by the way.
what happens next?
Yeah.
Unaelewa? And it's okay, sorry, I've noticed like there's sometime I remember I lost a job, and when I lost that job, Esther alikuwa na expect nikae hapo hivyo nianze kuwalo, nianze kujihurumia. Mimi I never have time for that.
Yeah.
Mimi na nini kama nakuwa tu za hapa kama nimesimama kama
tuendelee.
nimesonga, because I'm like okay, bills na nini, watoi bado wanahitaji kwenda shule, watoi bado wanahitaji kukula. So nikae hapo hivyo tuangaliane, alafu
Alafu,
oh my
yeah.
god,
Yeah.
hao watu unajua after I did all this for them,
Yeah.
they can do for what? I should spend time doing that, you understand?
Yeah.
So that aspect of always downsizing whatever challenge I'm going through, and that's the reason hata unaona hizo jokes mimi shinda nikimake za stroke, ni kwa sababu even
look
when I
at
went
you,
it
you're
through,
fully
unaelewa?
healed. Of course.
Also,
He's healed.
That's downplaying. It might appear like somebody doesn't really care, but it's a hack, a strategy of not giving that challenge life.
Yeah.
Because the moment you give it life, like your mind, unaambiwangwa, you attract whatever your mind conceptualizes, it attracts to you.
yeah.
So when your mind thinks about shida kila time. That's the reason unaambiwanga kaa poverty is a mindset.
That's true.
So if you constantly think about akia Mungu in future tutafanya nini, wacha nishinda nikiweka hii pesa kwa sababu yes it's good to save, lakini pia inafika mahali you have that fear, you keep attracting that fear unknowingly.
That's true. That's
so
true.
I tend not to give that life.
Yeah.
I will not attract
not
that, and
feed
I'll not feed it.
Yeah.
So that it doesn't grow.
Okay.
So yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. For me, what do? I think I'm like Whitney. When I'm going through things, I will talk about it. I will talk about it in Itoke, and then I will still journal. I'll read books. I'll hang out with friends. Like, I'm really not good at. And maybe that's a bad thing. You see, like the way Vivian has said that I'll sit with my emotions. Me, I'll be like, hello? Unajua ABCD. But I think at the end of it all, I'll still sit with my emotions. But I think the first thing for me will be, I need to tell somebody. I need to journal. I just need to do something. And then before I sit, like for me, sitting with my emotions will not be the first. Will not be.
Follow Dr. Chris Hart.
It will not be the first. And maybe I don't know, maybe I'm trying to do better, but I think for me that has never been like the first reaction that you have to sit with your emotions. It will come later.
So, Ume mentioned journaling. And I usually have a fear when it comes to that, because I'm like, when you're journaling, when I'm talking to you, I can just say what I need you to hear and express what, it's not my deepest thoughts. Kuna zile vitu siwezi kuambia ati everything about my life. So when I get a book and I start journaling, I can write my deepest thoughts, and you know, you can never know someone truly.
That's true.
So when I journal, when I think of journaling, I can write everything hapo. So my fear is nikishaandika yoyote, somebody comes and reads. So do you burn it? Do you tear it?
Yeah. And then for you, because you also like have a family, that's also a very big fear. Because, you know, for me, when I'm solo, I have so many books zimeja because I've already journaled. Like for me, I will journal. And I think I usually think about it when I'm no longer in this world, and say, for example, I don't know, maybe my nieces or my nephews, they're going through something, and then they read my journal, and then they're like, oh, there's nothing new under the sun. For me, that's what I usually look at the future. I don't know if when I like start living with somebody, maybe I'll have like a lock or something to my journals. I don't know, something, but I get what you mean.
It's weird.
So you become a writer, so you start writing a book.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
I thought of saying it. So
Michelle Brenda.
Hata mimi nakuanga na hiyo fear ya like someone might come across whatever nimeandika. So may do it on in my phone. But then I don't put everything, because I'm like, simu sasa labda itaread. Then I go through, and then I start seeing posts talking about whatever.
No, okay, you guys are really overthinking.
Baka unasikia siri because you're scared of siri. Oh my God. You're going through all this.
No, yeah, okay, I get what you guys.
Hold back.
Siri haitakeep siri.
Okay, yeah, I get what you guys mean. But at the same time, imagine, when you nimesema, there's nothing new under the sun.
True.
Stop getting scared of journaling. Because even when the person reads, what's the worst thing that will happen? Maybe what she's saying that he, like on social media, but it will trend for a bit, and guys will forget, and guys will move on to the next thing.
I think it's like, because we are living in the information age.
Yeah.
Alafu najua, sorry. Previously, especially looking at our parents, they were so closeted, because the main channels of information that you had to use were either TV, print media, or radio. So unajua information is spreading. Hata ukiangalia the kind of things that, when I look at the kind of things my kids watch, uko zile za hizi nini sasa tena. Unapata sijui ati wako wanacheza PS na wanacheza na watu sijui wako Denmark, sijui Norway, and they're playing and they're talking and they're conversing. So I think because of that aspect, and I think that's the reason it becomes like it's a new way of doing things that has not been explored before. And that part of the reason maybe Gadhoni could be having that fear. But like you've said, hata ikionekana, what next?
Yeah. By the way, what's the worst that will happen?
Well,
okay.
well.
Iseme tu. Amebaki na nini yako?
Yeah, I once found something I wrote. I don't know, niliandika. I think I was going through postpartum depression. So I had written things, nimeandika. Nikaipata juzi and I was reading it and I'm like, sasa hizi ni nini nilikuwa like,
Yeah.
what was this? I mean,
Yeah.
whatever I thought ilikuwa kubwa, right now I'm
Wasn't
looking
that
at it and I'm
big.
like,
Yeah.
see, you made it.
Journaling is really good.
It's good.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Right. When did you realize that responsibility doesn't pose for your emotions? Okay, I'll go first. When I was a receptionist that time, I was dating a Gemini man. Yeah, and I will always say it because Gemini men. And I remember, I think he was trying to break up with me, but he didn't know how to do it. So I remember he texted me and told me, I have something to tell you. I'm so sorry, but I cheated on you with so and so. And then later on, he came and told me it was a lie. He was just wondering how he would break up with me. But you can imagine such a message on your phone. You're at the reception. And then, at the reception, you have to be like, oh my God, smiling and everything. So you una go through it, ndani. So I remember I had to excuse myself, go to the washroom, breath work, deep breaths, and then be like, okay, Sarah, you're okay now. Go back to the reception. And I think we talked about it last time when it comes to heartbreaks, because you really life has to continue, by the way, whether you like it or not. Because at the reception, I'm there, I'm welcoming people. No one knows what I'm going through. Like in ndani, you're really like going through it. So I think for me, and that's just one of them. Of course, I've gone through many other things, like losing Shosho, and your life still has to continue. You still have to work. And yeah, I think it's really just part of adulting, sadly.
True.
Yeah, FMM.
For me, I think it would be around time ya COVID. There's a job I used to work, and then it was there's a job I used to
Leave.
and then now we were rendered redundant. Alafu sasa unafika home when unaangaliwa Shiro alikuwa tu hiyo ndio time Mash alikuwa tu mless, hana job, ni mimi naangaliwa. Sasa mimi what really made me realize that it doesn't pose ni juu sasa najua nikifika home mimi ndio chakula, mimi ndio rent, mimi ndio kila kitu.
Yeah.
So nikikuja hapa hivi nianze kukaa ati ni kama na nini, naanza kukaa ni kama na I'm becoming weye tutadu nini. Unajua mtoi bado anahitaji kukula.
That's true.
So whether nakapitia ama sikapitii, mtoi lazima akule.
That's true.
Fees lazima zilipwe.
Yeah.
So those are the things that have actually taught me that life will not pause, because at the end of the day, these bills, they have to be taken care of. Whether you are going through the worst or you're going through nini, they have to be taken care of. So I think that really has shaped and sharpened my focus, because now I always believe that hata kunafanya nini, and especially for the innocent kids, hata nini uanze kusema ati sijui nini, they will suffer because they're depending on you.
How long did you stay without a job that time? Because kwanza it was COVID time.
Hiyo time ya COVID, and then it was closed. I remember I got another job in some company hapo hivyo Parklands, and the lady we had worked with before, but tulikuwa tuna work na yeye on a remote basis. I never worked in the office with her. So what used to happen is angenitia gigs za kunafanya training outside Nairobi. Remember that time I used to travel around nini. So hii times tulikuwa na yeye kwa ofisi. So I stayed until around 2021. Sometime around late 2021. Kufanya kazi na yeye kwa ofisi ndio niko zile za we.
And
it was better tukiwa nini nikiwa kwa field.
And then I think that's why we also had to become adults, Vivian. Because, we used to wonder, where is FMM? Why is he ghosting us? Why is he, as we are just thinking, when FMM, I'm to ghost, I'm to cut off. But FMM is literally going through it.
Yeah.
It's
trying to
adults.
survive.
It's trying to survive.
And he's taking it like a man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So on this end, they're like, okay, FMM, squeezy, FMM.
And then you realize.
Yeah, and then tukafika. I also found myself in such situations before without a job. You really have to experience it to know.
Alafu, for me, I noticed, I normally have this, nakuwa na hii weakness. It's actually a weakness for me. Mimi, when I'm going through shit, I rarely tell people. So najifungianga na unaelewa? So I will closet myself until I figure my shit out. Siendangi kwanza mimi like I told you, I really highly depend on myself more than I depend on others. So mi najiclosetingi mpaka ni figure it out. So the moment tatokea sasa ni wakati saa vitu zimeanza kunini sana niko zile za nilifigure it out.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Wait.
Ulikumuliza?
But then nilifanya muuliza nini?
tumedigress.
Emotions.
Yeah, what
No,
did you realize that, when did you realize that responsibility doesn't pose for your emotions?
So many instances. Like the last podcast, sikuwa, and I was going through it, nilikuwa na homa, sina sauti, and the kids hawataki kujua, they're just there, mommy. Also, during that time, actually last year, there's someone who started posting on my cousin's page, Mike's page. Anasema, sijui ametoka Lebanon, he's coming back to Kenya, sijui nini. So I got so excited and I started calling his number. Juu si tunajua vizuri aliacha phone and his number has not been active. Then when I called the number, naona inaenda through. So, and I'm at work, by the way. So niko job, nimeona yo post. Someone called me and ambe, nimeona nika Mike may post something on Facebook, ebu check. So I'm excited. So niligo through a high, tena nikarudi, tena niko low.
All the emotions,
Yeah, this person it wasn't him. But alikuwa I didn't even tell his mom. Nilihandle kitu tu peke yangu. I was like, hey, okay, if I tell her, alafu nimpe hope, alafu ikuwe si yeye, I'm going to just break her. So I just handled it, nikaongea na mtu, and then at some point the guy was like, he's in hospital, he needs urgent help, sijui tumtumie pesa. I'm like, niambie which hospital you're in, nikuje. Asemi, ana breathe tu kwa simu. I'm just like, what's up? Give the doctor the phone and niongeleshe. What's going on?
Yeah.
So ilifika point I just gave up, nikasema ile siku yenye he wants to come, he'll come.
Yeah,
but you know, at that point everybody's still depending on me, and I could not like tell them, niacheni kwanza, I'm going through my shit. No, I can't do those posts on social media, I can't host this. I was hosting LinkedIn lives, sijui nafanya nini. I had to do everything. And realized, you know, emotions don't stop. Of course, pia, you can have arguments with your partner and then you still have to go to work. And unafika job, you're texting, anakutext, unatext back, una argue. Kwenda. Acha wewe, pia wewe. Right?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
the world doesn't stop for you.
That's true. Adoni?
Yeah, the world doesn't stop for you, for sure. Because I remember, let me just use one example. There's a time in my life I was in a really dark place. Brie, you know. And then I was like, wow, Saniki has a call job. As in, if I call my workplace and tell them I need like leave for like a month or something, I don't expect them to understand, to be honest.
Yeah.
They can't understand. So I think I rushed to actually like go back to work. Cause I was
And be
like,
okay.
I need to go to work. Life haitasimama. I have to keep moving. And I felt like if I allow myself to be in that dark place for a long time, I'll be letting it win. And I don't want that. I need my
Feeding it.
life to continue either way.
Yeah.
So life inaendelea.
Yeah.
Doesn't stop.
You said to do. Yeah.
Ile kama ile mimi, ebu amka unajiamsha like ebu amka, so utadu.
Yeah, utadu.
Hakuna break.
Yeah.
Sisi tutachukua leave useme.
Yeah, yes, you give yourself the space and the grace, but si ati sasa ushinde hapo. Yeah. All right.
No one is coming to save you.
Yeah.
You're on your own.
Damn it.
Have you found yourself having to accept people for who they are, even when it hasn't been easy?
Where?
I think, family, especially when it comes to family.
Bria anakuanga hivyo.
Mwelewe tu, ako tu hivyo, because, and it's fine, these days we are told you can cut off your parents, family, because people are actually doing that, because like guys are really going through it. See yetu yenye labda tuko hapa tuko like they're really guys, their parents don't love them, they don't have a relationship.
Right.
And it's really bad, but at least when yetu tumesema sasa you just accept them because utadu. Yeah.
So to answer this, tanzia mbali kidogo. There's some time I attended some classes of spirituality. They teach you on meditation and all that. And one of the things that they teach is understanding that they are the intrinsic true qualities that we embody as a, you're a soul. Michelle Brenda, that what you have here is a container, which is the body. So the soul is who you are. So there are true qualities of the soul that we come with when we come to this world. That's love. There is love, peace, purity, power, and love, peace, and happiness. And then this world that we live in is called a physical world. So because of the nature of this world, the way it is, we normally get what is called acquired qualities, acquired traits. Acquired qualities ni kama sasa the likes of ego, anger, pride, lust, jealousy. All those are acquired traits. So now the reason I'm saying this is because
we've acquired them
yes,
in the world.
Yes. When you look at a kid, when a kid is born,
The purity.
the purity that a kid normally has.
Okay.
Like you'll find like a kid is going to hata jua ati yule mtu anakuwa mwizi, sijui anakuanga nini. Even an African kid, a white kid is going to be mingling with African kids.
Yeah.
Mpaka saa kuje afidiwe hizo qualities na
do that.
people in the world. Unaelewa?
Yeah.
So they end up now acquiring new qualities. And that's the reason unapatanga msee unasema huyu mtu hakuwa hivyo. Alikuja kuchange baadaye.
Yeah.
Hakuwa hivi kitambo akiwa mless. Mimi nilikuwa namjua. It's because now the physical world where now we are judged based on what people are seeing tends to now keep you actually keep being judged based on what people see, but not what you embody.
Okay.
Unaelewa? So now coming back to this particular question, this particular point, when you look at how people are and when you're relating with people, I tend to feel emotional intelligence is the highest form of intelligence.
Yeah.
Because it teaches you how to relate with people of all walks, of all natures, and you'll be able to take them based on what they give you at face value. So for me, I never judge people nowadays. So if somebody shows you that they're like this, you take it.
Yeah.
You just so it's for you to know whether you're going to
so
keep this person
exactly.
or cut off this person.
Exactly, because
Even family,
because I've had instances where I have been the instances I have had even for my friends, somebody comes and tells you mnakuanga mabeshte na so and so kwa nini, then because ile zabe mimi ndio najua kwa nini tuko marafiki na yeye.
Okay.
You understand, because you understand this person is not relating with other people kabisa, but wewe for some reason nyinyi mabeshte na yeye because there are things that you see in them that you give that as the benefit of doubt.
Yeah.
Vis-a-vis who they are as a person.
Okay, that's true.
You understand?
Because you see, like even when it comes to corporate, which is what we're going to
Exactly.
talk about next time, there's a way I'll experience a manager,
Exactly.
and the other person will not.
How do you relate?
Exactly.
Unasema point yangu.
My bad.
So I think for me, I tend to alafu if somebody wrongs me, I will forgive, but I'll never forget.
Yeah.
So what will happen
You
is
always say
we will,
that.
I will Mimi, I will never forget, but I will forgive and I will move on. But hata akirudi kujaribu kuniongelesha tutaongea. But ikifika place zingine uko zile za we don't
Kuna
do that.
boundary.
We don't go there.
Yeah.
They already
Who
we
they
don't
are,
go there.
yeah.
So
Okay.
it's just understanding that, and then understanding because of those acquired qualities, people change along the way. Because now you'll get greed, especially when things like money are introduced.
Yeah.
When they compromise
Yeah.
things like anger, compromise on who you really are when you're relating with other people. So
Yeah.
just understanding how to navigate that.
Okay. Sasa juu nimeiba point yako nikuuliza swali different. Okay.
Kuna nyingi
Kuna mingi.
kwanza alikuwa zile za maliza kuongea
Maliza kuongea
haraka.
But let me, before I forget, for the both of you, because you are in relationships, like how do you guys deal with your partner changing? Because change is constant. So how do you deal with that? It's something we can come back to, but yeah, Whitney.
Sijui ni answer gani cause
Answer ni hiyo ingine.
From the beginning.
Ama wherever you're
the
comfortable.
beginning.
In the
From the
beginning.
beginning.
So, I used to see a friend of mine, because she had kids long before me. Alikuwa ana change nannies every month. Unakuja unapata kuna huyu. Unakuja ambia, kwani hujui kukaa na watu? Nilikuwa namuuliza, hujui kukaa na watu? It's simple. Just
be nini.
Just be a good boss. Ataenda. We, zingine hata siku anamwambia, I just used to internalize nasema, mi when I get to that point when I have to hire a nanny,
I'll be a nice person.
I'll be nice. We'll just nitaishi mimi naja kuishi na watu.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. Unasema accepting people for who they are. Nimefika hiyo point sasa because you'll hire and fire and hire and fire and hire. Hadi ufike point you're like, just do what you want to do sasa. Nimefika hiyo point. I'm just like,
because you need the help.
I need help because I have to work and my kids need to watoke shule. They need someone to be there before I get home. So I'm like, I'm compromising on a lot of things.
True.
That means accepting people for who they are, but at some point nilikuwa naambiwa, you're such a perfectionist. Unajua you can never, nobody is perfect. Hakuna mtu perfect.
Hakuna mtu perfect.
But Aki, I've been through it with nannies.
Yeah, I know.
And also in the corporate space, ushasema, but you'll find some bosses or even teammates are just difficult to deal with or to work with, but kazi lazima iendelee, so you just, hata kama anapenda kuyell, listen to the point, hata sali ana yell, do like this, unasikiza tu na unafanya.
Yeah.
You just have to accept them, hata why change.
That's true.
And then when it comes to partners, how do you deal with them changing? Really, people don't change. Ni wewe ndo huku, like when you're in that phase of infatuation or love or whatever it is, your eyes are not open to these things. Ama you guys don't live together. Unapatana naye town. You
don't know the person fully.
You don't know the person fully. So they don't really change. They just show you who they really are when wanasemanga after like 3, 4, 5 years ndo inakwanga the toughest in relationships.
Kweli.
Because that's when anatoa your mask. You realize this person snores. You realize this person doesn't brush their teeth, or like, or they just do weird things, and you're like, mbona umeanza kufanya hivi? And they're like, I've been doing this all along.
Yeah.
So it's for you to uone if it's a deal breaker for you at that point, utoke, ama you just decide, okay, I'll accept
Compromise.
this because nobody is perfect.
Yeah. Perfect.
So hakuna mtu change.
Yeah.
Ama the change can come when maybe kids come along and then time hakuna and a lot is happening. Maybe ana go through their things at work and you are going through your things. So maybe hiyo ndo inaweza fanya mchange. Ama because you don't spend time together, you'll feel like something is different.
Yeah.
But people don't change.
Okay.
Alikuwa tu hivyo. Maybe their ex knows.
Yeah.
Ex knew.
Yeah.
Maybe it's good to talk to the ex ujue, okay, anakuangaje, exchange notes. Yeah.
Adhani?
Mi nafeel ni kama points mingi hata zimesemwa. But yeah, unakubali tu venye mse yako. And when someone, like when in friendships, when someone shows you ako hivi, just keep it in mind when you say anakuanga hivi. So you put your boundaries. Like for me, I know there are some friendships that I've kept boundaries because I'm like, you did that to me hata siwezi amini ulinifanyia after everything that we've done. So you get to put boundaries and then unajua mse nimemweka hapo. I'll deal with you hivyo, but me telling you like the things I used to tell you, our relationship has definitely changed from how it was.
Okay.
Mimi alafu pia another thing is about energies. So Mimi, I'm nowadays very strong on energies. If I actually meet somebody and feel my energy is off,
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Adios.
Adios. Muchacha. Yeah.
Do you think adulting has made you more understanding or more distant? Kadhoni?
Ay, kwani ni exam.
Tereng.
Tisha.
No sooner.
I feel like it's a little bit of both. Cause every umenipata ki off guard. But yeah, I feel like it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I don't have much to say.
You don't
Maybe I'll add.
FMM.
I tend to feel it's made me understanding, and mostly because of compromising. And it's not even, it's to everyone that you relate with, because you get to understand that situations change. No one's coming to save you. People, especially in the corporate space, people will always choose themselves when shit hits the fan. So the moment you understand that,
No matter how close you think
exactly,
you guys are.
exactly. And that's the reason there's a mantra that says, do your job, get paid, go home. Your colleagues are not your friends.
True.
People try to say
They're your friends, mkitoka.
they're your friends,
We are
mkipatana
here.
nje.
Yeah.
But when at work, they will always be choosing themselves. So you'll be there thinking, eh, umseni mori wangu. Ni boys.
Yeah.
Then mnapatana huko hivyo, ama situation kinaumana.
Yeah.
Then you're like, hey, si tulikuwa nini mamori, kuliendaje tena? So, and then also, understanding that people will always do what they want, and just understanding that people will always do what they want, and the long short of it is that when you that I'll still piggyback to that point of energy.
Okay.
If you feel it's off,
It's off.
if you force
Trust
that
your-
gut
trust
feeling,
your
that
gut,
thing
yeah.
about gut feeling,
Yeah.
you know, gut feeling is very, very powerful.
Yeah.
That's the reason you're always told to take care of your gut,
Yeah, that's true.
because your gut never lies. If you feel some
Something
type
is
of way,
off. It is.
it might not happen right now. It might happen some 2-3 years later,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Na, by then
If you have that gut feeling that your partner is cheating, they're cheating.
It
'Cause
had
it's
to be
true.
that.
Yeah.
your gut feeling."
The cheating. Yeah, the cheating.
Hiyo najua lazima angeniambia hapa.
Sixth sense.
But
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like we ignore it.
And
As
and we
babes, I
shouldn't.
don't know you
You
guys.
make-
If men,
Ni red flags mpaka red inakuwa favorite color yako.
Inakuwa like nini.
Sisi nails.
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
Whitney?
So I've learned that my peace is expensive, and with that said, some things I just don't tolerate. So I'll cut you off. Ama, that's kama siwezi change. If I accept what I can't change, but if it's unacceptable kabisa for me, I'll just distance myself from it, because niko like, hey, it cost a lot of my peace. So out. So I've had to cut off people, family. I don't know kama wata watch anyway, but like I engage with you if I really have to. Sikai ni kama ti lazima, si lazima.
Yeah. Okay.
Then if kama vile nimesema with the nannies, ilifika point hata mimi I was like, huyu nimemweka sana. Asubuhi tunaamka na kuambia sasa shika pesa yako out. Toka tu. Mtu anakuza aki kwa nini aki woi kwa nini, but if you're rude, ufanyi kazi yako, what do you expect?
Unakaa ni kama yeye ndiye amekuandika.
So just out. Juu unani cost my peace, and I'm also paying you for that.
Yeah.
Same with, okay, for relationships, like for my partner, po sasa it's tricky. Because you can't cut that person off. Atakuwa anarudi tu hapo every day.
Yeah.
So you have to figure out a way to deal with it.
Yeah. Okay.
So accept what you can't change.
Yeah. I think you guys have said it all, but I think I'm like Vivian. It has made me distant, and what was the other point?
Understanding.
And understanding. So yeah, it's really a balance of both. Yeah. So, do you feel like you have figured yourself out, or are you still becoming? Yeah, I'd say we are all becoming.
Definitely
No?
still becoming.
Yeah, we're still becoming.
Becoming Michelle.
Yeah.
Hey.
Michelle Obama.
And I tend to feel, is there really someone who might say that they've figured out their life completely? You know, because life keeps tossing at you different experiences. So you might think that and especially your point, you could think that you've figured it out. life tosses at you a challenge uko zile za uwe
Yeah.
I thought I had it all under control. So it's a journey and then you know the moment you live life ni kama kuna na hiyo ndio inakuwa challenge kubwa na wasee wengi. You live life ni kama it's a destination ama ni kama ukifika pale hivyo mbele kuna hata sivyo kuna award mtapatiwa unajua Vivian alifika hapa hivi Brenda amebaki nyuma nika marathon. You understand?
Yeah.
Every person's life is different and every journey is completely different.
Yeah.
So what might work for me if you tried it might backfire vibaya sana.
That's true.
Na watu wengine so ndio maana unapatanga na ndio maana unaambiwa stop trying to compete with people because you'll end up competing with this person, you don't know what this person goes through.
That's true.
And then in the process unakuja mazuri unajichoma uko zile za unajua hapana just
Yeah.
life just keeps happening.
Just
So
live your
enjoy the journey along the way.
Yeah.
Nka venye msee anaweza sema ati when you're in a situation then you're like I'll figure it out. You actually figure it
It's
out.
true.
Yeah.
And then life iko like haya shika hii. Figure this out next.
Exactly. Yeah. Ukishapata solution ya hii nakupatia.
Yeah.
Niko like, oh, when you're tero,
Yeah.
Figure hii. True.
Okay. What part of adulting has been the hardest for you personally? Adoni?
Niko rada like I'm here. For me I will say it's the pressure of being a firstborn daughter. And I don't know why that has to be a thing, man. Yo.
Yeah.
Because
The pity
no,
parent.
like for me, like for me, it gets to me. I think I've told you that before, Brie. Because I feel like I really need to support my parents as a firstborn daughter. But I also had a conversation with Christine, and then she was like, you have to make sure you're okay first. Because there's no way you can pour from an empty cup.
True.
So I'm slowly learning that I need to make sure that I'm working on myself to be okay, so that I can support them.
Very true.
The way I can. So right now I'm just like, okay, let me sort myself kidogo, and then I go, let me sort my prayer, like pole. That for me has been something that I've been struggling with.
Okay.
Yeah.
FMM?
The question again? I got lost along the way. I lost my...
The hardest thing.
Yeah, the
you've had
hardest
to
part
deal
of
with.
you. Yeah, in adulting.
I think it has to do with the hardest part in adulting.
Tururu.
Naangalia ni kama sasa uambiwe kwa hizi vitu ngumu tatu chagua moja ile ngumu zaidi.
You can give us 3.
Tupe zote.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying I think it's just adulting.
Yeah, in general.
In general, understanding that bills will not stop just because you're going through it. Time yote nilikuwa sick and all these things were happening during recovery and all that. I'm even grateful that I had a good job, at least it was supporting me. Nikiwa home, bills bado zilikuwa zina nini.
Exactly.
Lazima bado watu waende shule.
Hey, props to your workplace, by the way.
I know.
Hey,
Lazima watu lazima waende shule. Singekaa home niseme sasa unajua shule mwalimu unajua niligonjeka sasa mtangoja tu kidogo. They don't really need it. You understand? You have to show up every day.
Yeah.
Despite what you're going through, despite what you're needing. So I think that's the hardest part. Understanding that whatever you go through, whatever pulse life gives at you, you still need to show up. Utakuwa na grief lakini bado
Uko tu like, yeah, wacha ni push tu. Uko like na push tu. Wacha
and I think that's part of what gave me strength because sikukaa chini kuanza kujihurumia. Like especially after you remember I stayed nilikaa kwa wheelchair for like 2 weeks na niko zile za no. I remember the first days nilikuwa nasimama na dunda.
Like this can't be.
Asema nilikuwa simama kwanza nakumbuka kuna siku fulani nilipatia unajua sasa nakuwa na kierere. Nijipatia kierere naenda ati kwa choo. Manze nilienda kurudi nyuma. Nikahata bed niliketi chini. Do you know the first thing I did was laugh because it was nilichanga tu manze niko zile za So and then nikajaribu tena stood up and walked. So it's that part, understanding that hata uko nakapitia aje bado you will need to show up.
That's true.
So that's any.
For me, I'd say it's motherhood. Because first, they don't come with a manual.
That's true.
And then you know how people tell you, people describe their labor pain and all that. They're like, oh, it was like this, it felt like this.
It's painful.
It's
For
people
some.
describe it, but you have to feel it to know. So nikifika hapo, I'm just like, okay.
How is it
Ukaniambia
for you,
it's
if you
like-
don't mind me asking?
like 20 times cramps. You know what you feel when you're having cramps? Like 30 times that. And I'm like, okay. My first labor wasn't that bad. It's like my water broke, nikaenda hosi, got the baby. Okay, of course, kulikuwa na a bit of, because I didn't know how to push. You see how in movies mnaonanga mtu anamefanya push. I did that nilekwa coffee. See that nurse, she was like, unafanya nini hizo vitu mnaonanga huko kama movie, ebo push utaua mtoto. I'm like, oh, okay. So I pushed. I mean, I don't know how I was supposed to push, but there was an intern who came and she whispered something. Akaniambia, si hivyo, kaza huko, fanya hivi, fungua. Like, she told me what to do, and I did it.
Yeah.
I don't get
Like,
it.
No, it's matter of life and death. So akikuwa soft kwako utakuwa mpole.
And I noticed with someone I had taken to a private hospital and she'd paid like top dollar for that. Alikuwa anabembelezwa and she wanted to do the normal bath. Alibembelezwa and she never pushed. She had to do the CS because unashinda ukiambiwa, oh, just
push.
oh, mi sikuambiwa
It requires
honey.
nini.
It needs mtu akwe tu tough ndo nini.
Tough love.
Yeah, tough love. So props to those people walini slap. Thank you for that. 'Cause and then also, just when you have the kids, kuna vile they're not the same. So learning how to deal with both of them and the emotions when you're also going through it. And then there's this everybody giving you advice on how to parent. There's your mom here on the other side. On one side, your aunt, your friends. Kila mtu anakuambia, mtoto hafai kufanya hivi, mtoto. So me, that point, because I was a new mom. Kwanza mtoto wa kwanza, I was a new mom and I didn't know what to expect and what to do. So ilikuwa hectic kwangu, just figuring it out and raising a little human who's just there expecting you to know everything.
That's true.
So that was the hardest.
Okay. I think for me, I would say death. I know it's inevitable. It is. And kitambo, I was so scared of death and dying. But I think it's the hardest part for me to accept as an adult because we are going to die. We are going to lose the people that we love. And you'll still be expected to continue with your life. Yeah, so we are closing. What are you currently learning about yourself in this phase of life? I'll go first. I'll say what I'm learning is that I'm a force. And I also do not need to shrink myself to fit into places because that's what we're going to talk about in the next episode because as when you're growing up, you're really expected to fit in and you really don't have to. Yeah. Whitney?
You've said it.
Okay.
Mostly it's just being confident in what you're doing. So utapata sometimes when you're in a meeting and someone says a point that you wanted to say, but umenyamaza uko like, nikisema, labda watanicheka, whatever. So just being confident and also I'm much stronger than I think because all those things I've been through and I've managed to pull through na nika succeed. I don't think anything itanishinda.
Yeah. Na kwanza kwa hiyo point ya confidence in a boardroom, you'll say something, but maybe you'll not say it confidently. And then someone else will say the same thing with so much confidence.
Kwanza akitumia corporate jargon.
Exactly. And you're like, yeah, so I get what you mean.
Putting all ducks in a row.
Yeah. I mean,
all the
come
ducks
on.
in a row.
Piggyback and circle back.
Yeah, we'll circle back. Radhani?
I'm learning that it gets better.
It really does.
It gets better.
Yeah.
And venye Whitney amesema that there's some situations you can go through and then you're like, kumbe nilikuwa nipitie nani ishe. And you're like, I'm stronger than I think, for sure.
That's true.
But for me, I always live by knowing that it gets better.
Yeah.
Always.
Because it really does.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
FMM?
That I'm a powerful energy. Rather, I'm a powerful force. And wherever I go, I'll keep duplicating my aura and just that I'm a very, very powerful force. And
Yeah.
that's what I keep
Yeah.
going about life with.
All right. Last two. What would you tell your younger self about adulthood? What would you tell your 16-year-old self about adulthood?
Me, I think I will tell her adulting is not what you expected. But there are some hard days and there are days that it's really, really good. Yeah, but life has to go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. FMM?
Mse, si ni wabaya.
Yeah, for real.
We've got kapitia na tukafika pe tumefika saa hii.
Yeah.
Si ni wazii.
Right.
We made it.
Yeah. Okay, I think for me, what I'll tell my 16-year-old self is, you've got this. You really do. And yeah, you're a force. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hey,
Subscribe.
Hey, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. My name is Michelle Brenda.
Francis Macharia, aka FMM.
The Whitney also.
Gadoni.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.